Hi everyone, Runecloak here, and today I have a pretty fun deck for you all. So I've been trying out the new cards, and one that hasn't seen a lot of play that I think can be interesting is Lilit's Omen. So this card summons 2 monster units without fail from your deck and gives them Doomed and Rupture. So it can either be good with like low base power units with like good orders or passive abilities, like there's some relic cards that it works well with, like Miruna or Bloody Mistress. You can do a run turn Sabbath with that, and I've tried it. But it's a lot of provisions, and you don't really have any playable cards round 1, which can be rough. But in Deathwish, it can work out, because if you want to get the Deathwish off right away, the Rupture can just, it can trigger it for you, like if you really just want that ability. Or if you have some consumes on the board, like through your leader, or through like a Slizzard, or a Were-Rat, then you can eat those points up and you don't get them ruptured as well. And it doesn't really matter that they're doomed, because you're not like resurrecting them anyway. And I chose to make this a Shupe deck, because, you know, why not? I love Shupe. Monster Shupe's really fun, and Radeyah is really good in monsters with that Urn of Shadows and strong Deathwish abilities like Miruna, Manticore, and Brewess Ritual. And if you get like an Urn of Shadows and Brewess Ritual and Lilit's Omen, you thin like 6, which is crazy and really good, especially in this kind of deck where you have these answers and you want to be able to draw them, and you want to draw your key cards like Shupe and Radeyah, and like Deathwish and Arachas Queen as well, which can be really good for like a short round, especially as this deck's kind of mid-range, kind of control heavy, so you want to be getting round control, you want to be bleeding your opponents and trying to get out their threats, and their kind of win conditions there. And let's see, and what's really nice about Lilit's Omen in this deck is you can, you know, ideally play it in round 1 to start your thinning. You can also do like a tempo play round 2. But you want it with like Brewess Ritual, and then maybe Miruna, Manticore, or like Rot Fiend for cards that you can just pull out of the deck and instantly proc their Deathwish abilities. And it can be really nice, because especially like Miruna and Manticore, like what makes them so good is you need to have access to them so you can play them at the right moment, because they're not always good, they're conditional. But it can be really nice to just have a way to tutor them reliably and in a way that gets their Deathwish abilities, even if you don't get the proactive points from their bodies without using like leader charges or consumes. But I like it. I think this is an interesting deck. It's a lot of fun to play. You know, Shupe's always a blast, and it's a fun way to play Deathwish, I think, too. So I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get into some games. Alright. Let's see what's happening. Fortunate Guacan. Alright, so we're up against Pincer Maneuver, so that could be Priestesses, it could be Military. So we'll have to see. This is definitely a deck you want to bleed. They do have a pretty good short round potentially, but let's see what kind of variation this is. I've also seen like a Knights version going around, so we just drew like every gold card we could have. Let's see. This is a way. I think this matchup could be one where we want to thin all the Deathwish units out, especially I drew all my gold. Well, I drew all my gold cards, so maybe not. Play on like a Miruna or a Harpy Egg or something. This could be a good round for Manticore, but I need to be able to draw Manticore. So Giant Toad's a good round 1 card. Let's mulligan Deathwish. It's not really a card I need right now. Let's see, Radeyah, Shupe as well could be cards I can put back. I think that's fine. And then we get a Foglet here. Foglet's okay. Let's put back this Harpy Egg. Alright. So we did miss Manticore. I'm thinking if they open with like Snowdrop or Istred without using leader charges. Okay, well this can be good on the front row anyway. Let's see, do I have 4 Deathwish units in deck? I have 1, 2, 3, I do. So I can double proc this and then just thin really well. But then my Lilit's could be okay. Could just open Rune Mage as well. I think we'll probably just open with this. Don't necessarily click it right away. Or maybe I do. Let's do it, and then mix if they have like a Heat Wave or something. So this is kind of interesting to have this Rot Fiend set up. Okay, this is a meter generator version. That's interesting. So I really want to win round 1. I can play like Were-Rat here. Have that be my main form of consume this round. I shouldn't be able to play into this round too deeply. So I think we're just gonna, yeah, pull out all the bronze Deathwishes. Save Lilit's Omen for Manticore. And maybe we'll mulligan Miruna. Or like one of these other cards. Let's see, so this seems like they're doing night stuff. I wonder if they have other 7 provision cards in deck. Let's see. It messes up my Rot Fiend. I could play like a Foglet here and just eat it with the Siren. Seems fine. I'm up so many points. Could also I don't want a tempo pass because they still have a lot of turns where they can play stuff. But I'm also getting so many points a turn. Maybe I do. This seems like the kind of deck that would play maybe a round 1 temple if they have it. So it's interesting they haven't opened with that. I'm just going for like carryover. I think I just pass actually. I think that's really funny. I'll kill one of these. And I'm getting like so many points a turn. As long as they can't answer the where at, I'm just kind of good. Although I'm also happy to play Giant Toad for my own carryover. I think I pass. I don't see how they make up the points super easy. I mean, it's just a crazy tempo pass too. But I don't really want a long round, so I think I just go for this anyway. I click this. Then I eat the bridge troll. I gotta play 2 cards in the back row. There's no way they play anything else. Then I pass for sure. I'm up 40 points. I mean, if they have Tall Punch for the rat, maybe that's what makes them think. Okay, I can't let them. What are they thinking? I could have also gone like Rune Mage and then like Shupe to hit this. Destroy this, but I mean, where are they getting the points? Even if they can kill the rat, it's not enough. I still have all my leader abilities. That's what I love about like Where At when it works out, is you get these Deathwish abilities, which can be really nice. I also have a Slizzard for that same kind of idea, so I want an even from Blue Coin, which feels really good. So I have Rune Mage for proc to play. Radeyah would also be nice. Like I said, I think I mulligan Miruna for some Lilit's Omen fun. Will-O-Wisp. Is Will-O-Wisp doing anything? I'll just need the right setup for that, so maybe I mulligan the eggs. You never doomed at Lath. Still have a nice round 3 too. I probably just mulligan this though. And then, do I set up the Miruna Manticore? I mean, with these, it's not as good. But that's kind of you can do some fun things with it. Or I just get the eggs. I think we'll probably just get the eggs. And then play with like, you know, 1 at a time. So I think we Radeyah. Front row to be able to proc multiple abilities. So now I'm going to pull out the eggs and the Manticore. And I'll have a short round 3 with like Deathwish for Arachas Queen. Okay, now they're going to start playing the Mentors. I think I go Rune Mage here. I can see if I get like a Kingslayer. I can also look for some kind of consume here. Like this Slizzard. Which Apprentice is okay. I think I go for Slizzard here. Slizzard's gonna be good with Lilit's Omen. So now they play the Rafard's Vengeance. They can't give it Seal. And now I emote. And I do this beautiful play. I say, I say... And then I don't need to even use a consume on this, I just get the... I lose 4, but I gain 3, so I lose 1 point on that, and I'm just fine with it. This is a bleed uneven. I have a Slizzer that's stuck. I answered the Refards. That was beautiful. I still have an open board too from Miruna, but I mean that messes that up a little bit. See if they play any Echo cards. Because they do have a Squirrel ready to go. I could just play like a Vial next. Radeyah, huh? Oh, I have a lock for Radeyah. Can't really high roll any Shupe stuff, fortunately. I think we'll just take this lock. I could have taken a Shupe block too, but this is less committal, of course. So we're going to try to push for the 2-0, and if we can't get it, we got Deathwish Arachas Queen for round 3. Still also have Shupe in hand. So Miruna's Deathwish is really just playing for 4. But that's not bad. Especially I've got Slizzard, so it's kind of a free consume. Not sure if they're running like Lilit or like Priestesses. Not sure if they have the provisions. Another non-adrenaline mentor. Sure. Right? Yeah. So I can just play this Warrior for some points. It's like, so they still haven't played an Echo card if they have one. Miruna's gets better. I could also just play this Vial. I'm just fine playing the Vial. Well, I guess I'm not getting any other Deathwish units. I could save this for round 3 potentially. Rather play this now. So on the one hand with the Vial in this deck, it's a nice 8-point card. You can also go uninteractive for a turn if you want to like follow it up with like a Shupe steal. If you're on like, you know, blue coin that round or whatever. Oh, are they Shupe? No, they're not Shupe 2. They play 2 of these. They're not Renfree. Oh, this is for the Temple, but they didn't play Temple round 1. Now they're going for some kind of Nilfgaard rudeness. Oh, into a Sergeant. I have a chance to get a better Miruna. See how we're in consumes. I think we're okay on consumes. Let's keep it going. So in terms of shuffles, they could have like a teleport or like a necromancy. I'm expecting more like a Carousel potentially, but again, I don't know where they got all the provisions. And they also chose not to do Rune Mage Temple round 1 instead of going for Meter Generator and Onsace. I can pass, get double Last Say. I can also play Miruna and Steel. I can also play a Shupe block. It's probably one of the better options for a Shupe block, if I ever want to take it. Does me up a lot of points too. I think I go for it. They didn't purify this, so they might not have a purify. And they can't tutor one unless they're playing Kutkadek. Should be cool. Okay, final leader charge. But they are probably going for something. They also played they didn't play into Kukadak. Okay, 5. 10-point priestess. They're boosting the lowest units, but they just made Miruna better. Thank you. Alright, so I'm up 20 points. I have a 4-point squirrel. They have an Erland. Okay, so Erland is kind of what they're trying to do. Alright, so Erland's probably enough with or without the squirrel, so I'm just gonna let them play their last card. Good double last say, short round is very short. They shouldn't be able to do it without clicking Erland. If this is a 0-point card, then squirrel is enough, ironically. But I don't think they have a 0-point card. Oh. If I also played Miruna back row, I could have 2-0'd. Oh my god. They had a 0-point card. They had a 0-point card. That's insane. I get the score. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, so they have 3 random golds. I have Arachas Queen, Deathwish. Hopefully, I mean I have okay. I have like 1 chance to not draw them. This isn't really okay. Not a great starting. Okay, so I don't draw one of them. If I miss Deathwish out of the 2 cards here, that would be very, very sad. Okay, so I got Deathwish. I have these other consumes which aren't really doing much. So Arachas Queen was the bottom card. Okay, where are my points? So they have 3 points on this. I feel like I could have. They had a 0-point card. Let's see. Erland boosted by 12. He boosted by 20. So there was 12 cards in deck, I think. And then they got to play 3 cards on this. So probably... not quite. Okay, so that was probably the other 8 boost. Oh, no, they have knights too. Okay, well I have a spores. Let's see, the points I have are kind of the points I have. More or less. Play Deathwish, I eat Deathwish, I have another leader charge, so I probably just save that for like the end. Like Deathwish, spores are my last 2 cards. See if they got 2 golden knights. Okay. That makes my spores a little bit worse. Did they get a golden knight? Alright. This is ridiculous. Okay, they didn't get another knight, and I played around Bloody Baron, and okay, they just don't have enough points, but that was pretty funny. That was actually almost close. My last hand was just abysmal. Okay. They go up by 1 more point. Let's not do anything silly. Okay. Alright, we win by a bunch. And still, that was... when I saw that scenario, I was like almost... I was a little scared there. Especially after Arachas Queen is on the bottom of my deck. Alright, this could get me to pro rank. And then I can say that, you know, Shupe, Lilit's Omen got me to pro rank, which is fun. Okay. Actually, this card would have 2-0'd. They had a 0-point final card. I was like their only option to have a 0-point final card. I figured they had that card in their deck, but because they didn't play it round 1, or I guess they wanted to play the second version of it, like in round 3. What does it even do? For them, I mean, it's such a way to keep it. That was so risky of them. They had all the leader charges too, to not end up with it. It's not like they drew into it by mistake either with like mentors, because they can only draw units. Wanna know? Don't know. Alright, okay. Ooh, Enslave. This is fun. Let's see who seizes who. Okay, it's Enslave 6. So they either play into Manticore or Miruna. Hopefully I can draw my Lilit's Omen, ideally. Okay, I don't play Arachas Queen round 1. Rune Mage is okay. So otherwise this hand is super awkward. Siren's probably not a card I want to play from hand necessarily. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we missed everything. Okay, so I can try to roll a pred dive. I don't think to get spying on this though. So I play 3 bad cards and pass. Unless I get a consume on this. Let's play Foglet. So then I can play Barghast and then Rune Mage, so I can eat the Rune Mage right away. I do have Shupe if I want to use it somehow. Okay, they're deciding something, so unless they're going Menno into Amnesty, they're not playing Amnesty this turn. Or Magni Division, I guess. But they didn't draw an Amnesty. And that's not going to get them anything. Alright, so next I go Barghast. And then I'll follow it up with Rune Mage. This doesn't get Thrive. I play less into Treason. Oh, they can get rid of Dominance on this. Maybe I can still win this round. And then I still have 2 Deathwish, Bronze Deathwish units, 3 for Brewess round 2. Okay, they're playing Drivers with their Magni Divisions. So that's one of their units though. Okay, they don't want to play around Dominance, which is fine. I just have nothing to consume. What would I even be wanting to get from Rune Mage though? It's really just playing it, I guess, while I have a consume on board. I try to go for some kind of Nilfgaard high roll. Although once I play one of those cards, they're just out there in the world. Let's see, this isn't working. I guess I just play this. Then we eat the Rune Mage. And we're not ahead on even, but we're tying on even. They're going triple Magni. And then they queue that. It's, okay. Sure. So now I'm 1 point, so they're at 19. I need 12 to get ahead. Slizzard Egg is enough. Probably want to shorten rounds. I'll play a little weird because of Enslave. I can play any tactic and just kill this. But they're also, they keep drawing into cards, so they're maybe playing cards they don't want to play. I'm trying to save this for something. Oh, I guess not. I'm just going to kill this lizard. Alright, so now I need 18 points. Play Shupe for 14. Maybe I don't want to use Shupe to run on one. Maybe now I pass. Or I can play this 9. So I play 9 points here, and then like an egg for another 9. Or I can play this with leader. And then, or maybe I'll play spores first. And then if they pass, I can play like eggs with leader. I think that's least committal. They boosted that up so nicely too. I can also play Shupe for resilience. Then See, then they could seize it round 2 and play Artod twice with Artod Taurus and to get double Shupe for round 3. I don't think it's gonna happen though. So I need 15 points. Let's see, so this is 4, and I play this. This is... No, it's like... Well, I guess I can play... Okay. I don't use up all my consumes. I think I still do play this. Okay, now they play Calvite.
Onwards, sons of Nilfgaard!
So I can get ahead with Egg plus Leader. We're deciding something. Oh, they're playing Taurus round 1. Well, they're gonna see my deck. They're gonna see Radeyah. And then my Deathwish units. Oh, and they picked right away. Okay, they got 3 5-power units, I think. Don't try to high roll the Shupe. I think I just pass, let them their deck be a little bit worse. Oh no, they chose Toad, Rot Fiend, and Siren. Interesting. But they saw everything else too. Alright, now I can't really high roll anything unless I... Yeah, I can't really get ahead now, but I'm okay with these trades. Getting Taurus is kind of decent. I mean, it's really good actually. Okay. They know I have a Miruna now, so they're going to try to play around it, but they played all their Magni divisions. So let's see, how many units is that? It's 3. This was created. This was created. They played like 5 of their units. Toad's a card I want in this round. Detlaf's not necessarily a card I want to play right now, especially they probably enslave it. Will-O-Wisp, Taurus is gone. That would have been nice round 1. I'm still missing my golds. This is crazy. So we have Shupe to defend the bleed. Hopefully they don't bleed. And I can just play Toad. It's a little long round 3. If I have my answers, if they can work out. So this is one thing if you don't draw your cards that thin 2 to 4. I also need to be able to mulligan one of these bronzes. They know I have Miruna. Not Miruna. Yeah, they do. I mean, I can Shupe steal that, but I can just lock it too. It also gets me ahead. Can't believe the Twitch played Helga into my Miruna. They know I have it. It's ridiculous. See, they didn't. So I chose Siren, Giant Toad. See, Siren, Giant Toad, and Rot Fiend, right? Yeah. They played first coup as well. Even if they had a Purifying deck, they wouldn't have drawn it, probably. Vilgefortz? It's kind of... It's alright. I can just play an egg here. Again, all my consumes. think we're okay, actually. As long as they keep doing this kind of bleed. Oh, they're going Stefan even? Doesn't even... I guess they can steal this. I can't replay that. Okay, they do steal that. So maybe I just play Siren. I can also just play Toad here. Toad just gets better though. I can always play Shupe Radeyah and then eat this. Are they deciding to Terra Nova? I know they give Spying. I guess they give Spying to a bunch of Deathwish units. And they can eat it now with Where We're At. It's kind of interesting. Hopefully I can draw some cards in round 3. Oh, I guess if I stole... I guess they wanted me to steal the Hefty Helga so they could steal it back. It's kind of okay. Rot Fiend. They have 50-50 chance for this to do. Yeah, they miss the better card. So I probably just play this. Not too bad of a roll. Okay to play both cards too. They're insane. Ardle. Okay, they're not done yet. So I get a consume back. I did lose 5 points here. Oh, they're trying to go for the 2-0, so maybe I go Shupe Mage into damage. My golds, my poor golds. Okay. Okay, we still have leader charges too. They're going for our bribery. Wow. If they get like Detlaf here, that's pretty bad. Speak of the sun and it will shine. This is crazy. I don't think I have 20 points here. They only get one more turn, thankfully, though. I believe this 2-0 they did. This is crazy. Where's everything? I just need to draw like one of them. My last card is Toad. Let's see, Toad plays for... I think it's better to do this. Although I missed a point. So I eat this. And then I eat this. And then I play this. Oh. The Toad comes down and eats that. Ah! They win by 6. I got... That was so rude. If I drew just even infinitesimally better... That was pretty messed up. How did they know? Alright. Alright, we go again. We shake it off. That's, you know, one of the things. You can just miss all your golds. They can be the bottom 12 cards. I think I drew all my bronzes. Precision Strike. Okay, I imagine some kind of Allgod type thing. Probably a Similis Vanidane for some points. I have a similar deck myself. Swirl is really nice. I have my Omen, so I can then... That's why we need Barghest. Probably 1, 2... 1, 2... 3. I probably want to get double Brewess here. Okay, let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 Deathwish units. So let's see. We can open where we're at. And then see what they do. We can also open Rune Mage. So you can find something interesting. They might want to hand guide at this, so if I can get like a consume for Rune Mage, I'm fine with that. Monster bronzes, why? So we'll just take the Foglet, I guess. Nothing Deathwish related? Alright. So they don't hand guide with it right away. They just go for offering. So now I probably... They're not really committing much to this round. So maybe I don't want to... Well, they just played... That was just an opener. I guess they'll go where we're at here. If they go Vanadane, which like I said, I imagine they play, then I can Omen Manticore Brewess. And just really tempo out. This seems like Vanadane. Yeah, I think I might tempo pass on them. Especially because I already played Rune Mage too. Oh, it's Maxi. Their tempo is kind of very bad. So if I can do something like this... And even do something like this, I think. See, I'm already up. This is worth 6 points here. I'll lose 5, but I'll gain a few. So it'll be like 30 to 0. I think I want to actually make it even worse than that. Okay. And now we just say, I'll see ya in 40 points. With where we're at ticking. Yeah, they're just gonna pass, so this gets wasted, but they need 37 points in at least 3 cards. That would give them a long round. Of course I got all these control type Deathwish units first. But they played a 4, a 6, and a 4. Okay, I guess Tall Punish. They have like a girl. They have to use it too. And this deck has a lot of bricks, so they need to be careful with their mulligans. They draw both for offerings round 1, which is kind of lucky, and Maxi. We'll see what they have. So they don't really have anything. Okay. Like I said, they have to get out with Tall Punish. Okay, so they're going to use Spores and a leader charge. Alright. Okay, okay. This can be a long round 3. I should just outpoint them, I think. I really don't want a long round 3. They also have to go into round 3 without thinning out their sentinels. Let's see, Will-o'-the-Wisp. I don't expect them to play any of the new cards. Squirrel's actually decent. Let's see, some of these Deathwish units are okay. I think it's mulligan for good cards. I want to get Toad to play. I think Shupe can be valuable in round 3. Lizard probably dies. So I could go for a Shupe carryover, but into like a long round 3, 10 points, I'd rather play the Shupe then. So I just play a Slizzer that probably dies. Doesn't necessarily. They played their spores too. And then what about my spores? Is my spores doing anything? Probably not, unless they have a gourd, but then they last say it anyway. So I think I play Slizzard. And then I discard the spores. And I can just take an extra mulligan on it. It's kind of the same thing. Pew. Okay. Lock is good for Vanadane. Okay, so I want Deathwish and I want Arachas Queen. Toad in round 3 is just kind of a 4. There's the Arachas Queen, Miruna, and Bridge Troll. How many conditions do I really need? Actually a bunch, because I can get Radeyah. I don't think Miruna's doing much. I think we force them to go proactive. Seems fine. Okay, they go Allgod. Just play Radeyah. I always have a 14 on Shupe at least, so I don't need to take the steal here. Let's see, we know they're not Shupe as well, just thinking out loud. Like I said, they probably are Sinless Vanadane, so I can squirrel one Waylay, lock Vanadane. Should prevent a bunch of points. I can also 50-50 the Shupe here. Double Manticore would have been nice at this stage, but fine with how it went. We also have a Shupe lock if we need to. Just save this. Let's see if they have a heat wave, they didn't use it round 1. But I don't know that I want to risk it. You can also Arachas Queen like a Radeyah for 8 points too, if something happens to Deathwish. Okay, Tome. Tome gets me Will-o'-Wisp. Don't really care about. Interesting. Doesn't make any sense. I guess they have to play it anyway. Gonna go for a 15-point Shupe right now. It's doing random 3 damage, maybe killing these dead eyes if they care about him. Not sure that they do. But it seems fine. Again, just getting points. I have nothing for them to really like get value from their waylay. Okay, Nalissa, that got... I guess they just used Offering. No, that was from Allgod. It's not a card they knew they were going to play. At least get some value out of him. I'll probably play Arachas Queen next. Using the Urn right away. So they put both waylays back. So they have one waylay in hand, I think. Unless... and then they have Sinless into... what? 3 way? No. Sinless into 2 waylays. Because I squirreled one. One's in hand. And they played one from deck, too. Plus they don't have an Vanadane. They've even missed Sinless. Oh, oh! That's interesting. That's definitely a lot of points. I don't have an answer for that. We're gonna want an answer anyway. Shupe damage 4 would have answered 1, but they're just gonna waylay it anyway. So they want to play waylays next, so I think we'll just do this. Then maybe make their leader harder. Let's get the full vitality. We're up 30. Okay. So they do get a heat wave, the Arachas Queen, which is unfortunate. For sure, for sure. Otherwise they could have heat late. I guess maybe I should have played Deathwish and not used the leader charge and saving it for Arachas Queen. But then Arachas Queen's not even as good because these consumes get worse. Okay, here comes the Simless. Maybe they just kill the Barghest. Oh, but they can't kill the Barghest. Right, they have 2 of these. They probably just set up their leader, hitting like the 6s. These should be pretty boosted, I guess. I don't think I lose this, right? It's kind of a crazy game. Okay, they did get both of them too. Ooh, and they get ahead suddenly. You could have like a Northern Wind. Do I lose this? So that heat wave? Heat wave is pretty devastating. Oh, they have a great oak too. Oh man, I think I lose this. Oh, that sucks. That is unfortunate. Oh my god. Wow. I guess the long run I didn't have enough points, and then they have a Gord to finish. Jeez, that was crazy. Didn't expect that to go that way. That heat wave was devastating. I should have kept... Maybe we should have fought for round 1 harder. Well, GG's. GG. My friend not Arachas Queen. Precision Strike Allgod. You know, let the better underestimated update to 10.12 win. Alright, so maybe not the strongest deck. And I definitely should have fought for round 1 there instead of taking that tempo pass, knowing that all my points were going on to where we're at, and that kind of deck plays Tall Punish. That was just a misstep on my part. Just I was so far ahead. I had like 40 points up that I kind of banked my opponent not having Tall Punish in their round 1 hand. But like I said, they usually play a lot of Tall Punish consistency type stuff. So I should have known better, and then I could have won round 1, bled round 2. But you know, my opponent played well too. Let's not discount that. And either way, it was a lot of fun. Got some Shupe stuff. I hope you enjoyed the deck and the video. Please like it if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.